And about an hour later, when they stopped cacking, I sort of took it serious and went home. Rang my mate Trev and got the shed thing going. So in a way, I've gone and done it all on my own because those bastards forced me into it. So I'd like to bring them out and force them into it. Tony and Mick, let's hear it!
Thanks, guys. Where's my dry route?
Later, buddy.
See,
Save that for backstage.
we've just seen Dave Onile out the back pulling a bear suit out of his ass. What's been going on out here?
What have you people been up to?
Now look, how's the shed been going? In a word, how's it been? Please explain. Okay. Hey, I've got a... Mick, I have a please explain if we can... There's no 3-pack of CDs available, unfortunately, but...
Shoot, buddy.
I was watching the 0055 phone sex ads that come on late at night.
Of course you were.
Have you... No, it's good reading. There's like fine print, have you seen that? And it says $4.95 a minute, higher rate if calling from payphone. What sort of person is... can't wait to get home? If you got the correct change for a wank, who's saying that out at the airport?
It's got a vision of our own Prime Minister standing on a couple of phone books. Rummaging for the least change. Here's a please explain for you. I noticed recently, Hessie, we were talking about this, there's, in Florida, they've got an electric chair. And they had this massive pile-up of executions, and they had 4 going in the one weekend, and they're going, oh, it's crazy, the electricity bill's going to be through the roof, it's peak season, what do we do? I'm sitting there going, simple, why not build an electric couch?
That's a good idea.
Do the 4 bastards at once! Let's get the show on the road, maybe we can fold out into an electric bed, just in case the whole thing drags out a bit.
With 3-position comfort.
3-position comfort.
Absolutely.
There you go.
All right, now...
I've got one more.
Have you got another please explain?
I've got to bring this up. We were talking about it on the show this week. You may have heard Michael Flatley's taken up boxing. No, I'm just going to take a minute here. That's fantastic. Yeah. He's only having 6 fights, so you can pencil me in for one of those. It'd be a piece of piss to beat the crap out of Michael Flatley. Because if you've seen him, fair enough, he's got all the footwork. He can go like the clappers in the feet department. But have you seen him dance? He keeps his arms pinned to his sides. So you'd be able to beat the shit out of him. He just needs to...
He's just had his flu shots. That's what's...
There you go. And he'd be a hard man to hit because of the... You can't hit, I don't know if you know this in boxing, you can't hit below the belt. As we all know, Michael Flatley wears his pants friggin' high. He'd be in trouble for punching him in the nipple, I reckon.
Yeah. My grandfather's working on the Michael Flatley look. He's getting so much sex now that his pants are up there.
That's a good thing.
Look, we've got a bit of inside information on Paul Hester. Do you want to do this, Mickey?
Let's do this right now.
We've actually been in contact with Paul's dad up the territory. And he sent us this. Look at this. Personal file. Paul Hester, aged 8. Yes, check this out. His dad would only send us a photocopy, like the original's in a temperature-controlled safe somewhere.
I might just go and sit down with Paul, Tone, while you read this out, and we might have a bit of a bonding moment.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This diary contains the innermost thoughts of Paul Hester. 23rd of October 1967, so this is like 31 years ago. Whoever reads this book will find out the truth about the Beatles. Are you ready for the truth about the Beatles, people?
You can't handle the truth!
You can't handle it! The Beatles are and always will be the best group that ever has sung a song on this universe.
If you don't agree with that, move now, buddy! Move now!
I didn't ever dislike one of the Beatles because there never was one reason to. Every one of them had an instrument to play.
It's true.
That's true. They were not just able to play that instrument, they could play every one other instrument you could dish up. The Beatles are the most talented people in the world. They are not crazy and way out. That's just their gimmick. So here's a really good bit. Remember, this is 1967. Paul Hester, my ambitions, underlined 20 times. Music, to become a leading drummer in the world and have a successful pop group. How's that? To stage a series of shambolic nights at the Espy. Check. I've added that. But here we go, let's check the rest. Sports, to become a great footballer and a great runner and a really great surfer. School, to become a successful student and get my diploma, etc. But the best one, mainly, to never ever become involved with the police. Paul Hester, my idols. Number 1, Paul McCartney. Because, of course, he could play every instrument they could dish up, if you remember. Number 2, Warren Dyson.
Who the hell is Warren Dyson?
I met him when I was 2 weeks old, and it's still my best friend.
Stay away from the police, buddy.
Number 3, Barry Burke. I admire Barry Burke because he's a great footballer. He's been playing for years and he's always stuck with the Demons. Yeah.
See, here's my point. Why didn't you ever write a song about Barry Burke? Yeah, Paul Kelly did it with Billy Baxter. He got a song. You used to like this guy. Why didn't you write a song? You don't care. You got too big. You turned your back. It used to be about the music. It used to be about the Beatles. Now look at you. Now look at you. You're making me sick, Paul. What about Barry Burke? How does Barry Burke feel?
Are you guys working on a Barry Burke song for the encore? Get one happening. Number 4, idol, David Somerville. I admire Dave because he's a great kid. He always flatters me with compliments. My Faults by Paul Hester. My main fault is patience. Mostly I lose my temper because of this and start to become violent. Also, I act rather stupid just to impress my friends. I would rather be a quiet little kid who just sat there and did a couple of funny things, but not act real stupid. Written after last night's show, I think, that line there. And then, look at this. But I am blessed with skill. With one L. There you go.
There you go. This is your life, Paul.
No problems then working with Paul in the studio?
Many problems with Paul in the studio, but...
Need a shower. Oof, man. Thanks for clapping like you know who I am. That's very nice. I appreciate that. That's really good. Guys, how are you? How's it going on the couch? All right. We have met twice, maybe twice. Twice? I can't remember. It's somewhere.
Was it here? Like last year?
I think it was last year.
At the car park?
Did you go to the DSS much? Or because I'm very popular down there. I'm on first name terms with the people.
Yes, I collect for Neil, Nick and Paul down there.
I've got to remember not to use those names. Was it?
I'm just going to watch this.
Oh, okay, you're right. Sit down, you're right.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, thanks. No worries. But I was saying, Paul, it's a very nice setup we've got here. In fact, it's a little bit too nice. I'm used to doing like RSLs and pubs in the western and northern suburbs of all around Australia, and I'd like to recreate that environment tonight, if that's all right with Paul and the guys. Yep. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to introduce myself as I will normally be introduced, and... how are you? How's it going on the couch? And... I need to be introduced as I would not be introduced in. I want you all to go shit wild crazy, okay? Pretend you're like at your local theatre restaurant, right? And go shit wild crazy, and if you go really quiet, and if one person, maybe you, mate, if you could just yell out, fuck off, all right? Can you do that, or you don't want to do that? Or would you like to do it, mate, or... You'll do it, okay, yeah. And could you throw that at me? And, no, not yet. Do you want to have a go? Oh, you're keen, aren't you? Bloody hell. Jeez. And mate, behind, can you throw that water at me? Now, if you're drinking water and you're saying Dubbo, you'd be a poof, but that's cool. We're cool with that. You can just play that role tonight, you know. Tom Hanks had no problems with it. You shouldn't either, okay? All right. So, introduction. You all go crazy. Then we hear from... What's your name? Matt. Okay, Matt. Okay, Matt. Whew, Matt. You ready for this, mate? 15 seconds of fame. Don't stuff it up, all right? Could lead to a part in Neighbours or anything, you know. Always looking for someone to just yell that out indiscriminately in the coffee shop, you know. When Madge walks in, you know, like... I don't want to say the F word too much, so I'm leaving it up to you, the audience. So, because it's on television. So, okay, I'm going to get into character here, bit of character work, you know, like Mark Mitchell's Con the Fritterer, you know, like, don't throw it yet. You know that guy's a genius? You know he does Marika as well? Come on. Yeah, he does, I know. I never knew. And he does Kylie Mole and Uncle Arthur. Oh, come on. Okay, got into character here, bit of character work. Get in the bear suit. Where's the bear suit? Up my ass. Can you edit that out, or is that out? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dubbo RSL fundraiser night. Tonight we've got a couple of comedians on. It's not the bloke I asked for. I wanted that spastic bloke off the telly, but he's too friggin' expensive, so this next bloke, I've never heard of him. He's here with his dead shit mate Matt, and they've drunk all the beer in the car park, so obviously I'm not impressed by that. So let's give him a big warm Dubbo, Wagga, RSL welcome. Notice how I just slipped out of character then? Did you notice that? I'll get back to the character. Anyway, learned that from Year 10 drummer. Oh, sorry. Anyway, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's go crazy for Mr. Dave. Onile, yeah. Wagga, Dubbo, hey, how you going? Fuck off! Oh, man. The people who threw the cans were a little bit too enthusiastic, I thought. As for you, Matt, you were perfect, mate. Audition for Home and Away, you were fantastic, buddy. That aggression in there, there's something hurting, but anyway. Well, I feel like I'm at home now. Thanks very much for that. And so I should talk to the audience. Anyone here work? One person. Any students in tonight? Yeah, I studied. I did a BA. That stands for a Bachelor of Attendance, and best 8 years of my life. Can you write that down? I just made that up. No, come on. It's theatre sports I'm going to be. Throw me a subject. Any subject now. Come on. Now, anyone here unemployed? The one, great to see you spend 10% of your cheque coming down tonight. That's excellent. Tomorrow, someone's saying on the side of the stage. Okay, see you down at the DSS, not a problem. Tell you what, I've been unemployed, and it's funny, we're in the dole. People always go, oh, I don't know how you can go on the dole. I don't believe in the dole. And I say, yeah, well, I don't believe in the Easter Bunny, but I still eat the chocolate eggs. The money's free! And a load of Humpty. Hey. Anyway, so Humpty's in there. Now, I've got to tell you though, if you're sitting here tonight, Matt, or anyone at home maybe, or you guys, if you're thinking of getting on the dole, it's actually got a lot harder. Do you know, it's got a lot harder to get on the dole because they've brought out the dole diary. Yeah, and you've got to fill it out every day. I mean, that's like 5 minutes of your day gone already, you know. I mean, that's more than one ad break in Ricky Lake, you know. I mean, that's tough. I wouldn't be surprised though if people are just making these dole diaries up. Now, I don't want to shock anyone here tonight, but when people are on the dole, they make stuff up, right? And I know, you're disgusted, aren't you, Matt? I know, it's shocking. I wouldn't be surprised if people are copying their mates' diaries, just handing those in, you know. Wouldn't be surprised if even copying like famous diaries and just handing those in. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like a guy in Dubbo handed one in that reads, Wednesday, still hiding in the attic. The Germans have not found us yet. Now, the Olympics are coming up. Are we excited? Not really, are we? Because they're in. I'm from Melbourne, and they're in Sydney. And I thought apparently the Olympics are good for people that are under 18 because they get to go, they get to party, they get to rage, they get to have a good time. But what happens if like you just missed out on going to Atlanta, but you get to go to the next Olympics, and you're like an Australian, right? and you're sitting at home waiting for the big announcement, and the guy comes on and he goes, "The next Olympics will be in Sydney." And you go, "I'm going to Sydney! I'm going to Sydney!" "Oh, hang on a sec. Not Sydney, Australia, where I live." So come the first day, your mum drops you off to the games, you know, like, "Damien, you forgot your lunch." "Oh, shut up, Mum." So you do well at the Olympics, you win gold, so you go to the big after party, the big last night party, you're raging, you're having a great time, then suddenly hits 11:30, you walk out. "Where are you going, Damien?" "Oh, I've got to catch the night rider home." only guy on the bus with a javelin, you know, just standing there, putting holes in the roof. Yeah. So I don't just do stand-up. I've actually bought out a series of motivational tape packages. Now, they're for sale tonight along with all my Amway products, right? And I've actually got it here tonight. Now, this is a motivational tape. So, Matt, say if you feel unmotivated in your life, right? Listen to this, right? And tell me that you're not motivated. Here we go.
"Get out of bed, you lazy prick."
You feel like getting up straight away, don't you? Like, I am ready for the world. Not only motivation tapes, I also handle weight loss tapes, being a bit on the fat side, and I've got my fat side on tonight, but people say, "Dave, you've got to get in shape." I am in shape. It's just a sort of a round one at the moment, you know. Don't bother writing that one down. This is a weight loss tape, and it's actually a subliminal tape. So guys, if you're like sleeping in tomorrow, and this is what you put on, so you hear this while you're sleeping, you don't even have to listen to it. So pretend this is what you'd hear while you're sleeping. Here we go.
"You are sleeping. You are sleeping. Oh, fuck, you're fat."
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Dave O'Neill. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you take those cans with you, Dave. Dave O'Neill.